how grounded StrawHatKid is able to play, because as soon as he's in the air, Bayonetta is going to, I mean, that's what Bayonetta loves, just going to eat that up. You know, afterburner kick, as you said, right over top, because that is a huge tool here. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to break the zone. You don't really want to be using grounded side Bs, because there's so much potential to get big punished for that.
Well, look, did I kid you not? He loves his approaching.
Yeah, I mean,
wasted no time in going after him. But, you know, he got StrawHatKid into the corner. You know, he found his way out, but it was going to be interesting to see what he's able to do with that. But Pac-Man in the corner is really not all that bad for him, right? Because he still has access to his tools to get out.
Yeah, but you don't want to let Pac-Man get comfortable. And really, you know, TrueDingus is already doing a great job of, you know, keeping him out of the comfort zone. He's trying to set up in the corner, but it's just not happening.
Right.
Look, right there, just, you know, pressing buttons, getting in his face.
Right, and that was a really good use of Hydrant, because it really checkmated a lot of his tools off of ledge, and it allowed for him to find that combo, rack that damage. And honestly, if he's not careful right now, he could get a surprise KO here or there.
Yeah, already, I mean, both at kill percent at this point, especially Pac-Man has some powerful stuff, especially if he has a chance to get Bell out right now, which is the case.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right. They didn't expect that to hit, so in fact, does not get a punish on it. So
wow. Just
still
barely enough time
being.
to shield that key. That was really close, too. Such an interesting use of down smash on Hydrant, but like it's slow, but it's there, and you have to respect it. And you know, Hydrant doing some funny things, pushing Dingus away from his wicked weaves, which is always a funny sight to watch.
Yeah, it's just like having a slow fireball, which is essentially when you down smash that fire hydrant. That's essentially what you have. Like that is such a terrifying tool to use in neutral,
especially at this percent, because it starts.
Oh, not
to kill.
again.
Yeah, he's got to watch out, though, for that bell.
Yeah, StrawHatKid was prepared that time.
I really try to fish for the witch time on it, or just avoid it.
This should be a kill off the top.
Wow, yes.
Well done. Hard to get those combos going at that higher percent. But, yeah, getting the kill for TrueDingus. So now it is 2-2 on the stock count.
Ooh, did we notice that? Let's take a second to appreciate that. He threw the Galaga, I believe it is, into the water of the hydrant, so it would get pushed back for him to more easily grab it. Because otherwise, actually, witch timing that thing is easy, and you can do a lot of interesting things with it. So that was a smart choice on his part.
Yeah, it always feels like Pac-Man gives you the best opportunities to seem incredibly smart. It's the most overt, like, intelligent play that you could see. It's great.
Yeah, I think he gets undue hate. I think actually a lot more thought goes into the character than people are willing to give him credit for. And I appreciate the character. I do. I like the challenge.
Oh yeah.
But this is when you're trying to approach Pac-Man really hard, SSBU, this is sort of a stalemate you might find yourself in, where it can be hard to land that approach, and then maybe he's not getting much, but he keeps stuffing out your advances, and the damage starts to rack, and all of a sudden you're ready to die. And so, you know, I hope for Dingus' sake that he takes a second to think, maybe I need to mix up some of the variables of my play right now to make it less obvious to just stuff me out and stay away, because that's what we're watching.
Yeah,
no
StrawHatKid has
gotten on stage.
StrawHatKid has gotten more comfortable with the approaches that TrueDingus is throwing at them, so it's becoming less and less effective. So there's going to have to be an adjustment coming from TrueDingus if he wants to stay in this set.
Right.
Right now, definitely looking very strong for StrawHatKid. Yeah, just taking the corner. It's just, because he can expect what TrueDingus is going to be throwing out against him here at this point at these kill percents, because Bayonetta is a pretty telegraphed character when she is trying to go for the kill move. Right.
Where Bayo really shines is when she's not always swinging, when she's not just monotonously chasing you, and it's like, how is she going to react? She starts walking. It's like, what is she going to do?
Yeah.
Right. That's really scary. And it would be good to see a little bit of that, because it's easier to witch time when you're walking, not when you're running and you're kicking.
Oh, all right, try to keep him in shield for the grab, but he does get out.
Yeah.
Has an opportunity to get a kill here, trying to use the hydrant, and not really going anywhere, though.
Yeah.
All right, 130% for both of them. That is going to push him off stage, sets up for an opportunity over here, but instead just chooses to charge the bell. Of course, a smart move, and getting the push on the hydrant seals the kill for StrawHatKid. That's 1-0.
Right. I want to go back to what you said earlier. You talked about, and we saw this in that first stock, about how Dingus really was shutting down and making it difficult for StrawHatKid to get set up and get comfortable. But, excuse me, but you do a little bit of that, and then you peel off, you change some variables in certain similar positionings, and you make it less predictable what's going on. That's the kind of rounding out of his play that he needs here in order to keep StrawHatKid on his heels. Because when you continue to do the same sets of approaches with the same variables, it's easier to predict and to counteract, and that's what you're seeing. So if he would just conceptually mix his play a bit, you know, maybe not approach as much, or mix up the timing and the angle of how he's going to do it, it would be harder for Pac-Man. Also, you know, taking advantage of bonus fruit for yourself, which time or grab, that's also going to help him.
Yeah, and it takes away his tool as well, and that's obviously very important because the bonus fruit is incredible for Pac-Man.
Right.
All right, getting a nice sequence here. Let's see if he is able to continue this edge guard. But Pac-Man has a lot of tools off stage, so it's a little difficult sometimes. This is a great opportunity. Doesn't get the extension on the forward air that he wanted.
Right.
So back to stage here. Big lead, however. This is quite different already from that previous game. And that's another big opportunity opening up Pac-Man here.
Ooh. Good combo. Air dodge is burnt. What's he gonna do? Ooh.
Ooh, nice catch.
Back air. But he gets the tech, so he's still alive.
And getting into this great use of the run-up shield.
Yes.
And going to be trying to get back into this game a little bit. Not really too far behind considering the power that Pac-Man has here in both terms of damage and kill power. We could be seeing the point where he wants to just get the bell out here.
Right.
Oh, all right. Does get through the wall, does not just let him sit there and charge. And that's going to be, of course, you know, a big part of this set is, you know, maybe that aggression is going to work out quite well because he can't just comfortably charge fruit, and that, yeah.
Wow.
Getting both the hydrant and, well, just straight up hitting him, so that works out well for him.
I think it was the hydrant that killed, because down smash does not kill for a very long time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hey. Got him with stealing the trampoline there.
Well,
that was a little bit of an awkward interaction. I don't think either of them really knew what was going to be the outcome, but definitely works out in TrueDingus's favor.
Right. Now, I believe that trampoline was actually orange, and I think he had the third bounce left in it. Red is when you don't want to be on it. And I think he was thinking in that weird interaction that he was going to get more height than he did. And so he started to drift towards the stage and then tried to drift back, and then he didn't have the height he needed in order to pull that off. I think that's what you saw. Or it was a scramble situation and he panicked. I don't know. But anyways.
Yeah, it's hard to say, especially with, you know, you're on stream, you don't want to mess up, so it kind of gets you nervous, a little flustered in situations where you lose control. Right. And, oh my God, TrueDingus seeming like he's fully in control of the current situation.
Right. No, sometimes you'll see this with players. Something unfortunate happens to their opponent and they get a second win. They feel comfortable, they start to schmix, where before they were really trying to throw that rectangular block through the circular hole, right? And now they're like comfortable playing with all the blocks.
Yeah, now having the witch time. We were not seeing much use of witch time, but that right there is a perfect use to get the kill. And well placed down air as well. The last hit, of course, powerful enough to get the kill, so that's 1-1, trying it up in the set.
Yeah, that was really smart. That was really smart. But, you know, it was a little mishap with StrawHatKid, and he could clearly come back. Now, this is a best of 3. I was just about to ask. So it's going to come down to this and this alone. So either one could do it. We clearly got a juicer, but if I'm reading chat clearly, they think Dingus clears. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right. So current favor from chat is Dingus, but we'll see how it actually plays out here as we're going into small battlefield. Solid, like, pretty neutral stage. Both of them are happy with this pick.
I think it's a good pick for both. I do.
All right, going to be catching with that afterburner kick. Of course, that leads into so much for Bayo. Not getting as much as he wanted there, but that's still a solid 40% to take the lead here. Yeah, and just once again, he really has that as, you know, what he wants to do to interact with that hydrant.
Right, right. Personally, sometimes I like to mix things up and not keep doing it, but it is working, and sometimes when things aren't working, you don't break it. After all, the water pushed him away to make it space safely, even if Pac-Man decided to run and chase him for it. So yeah, it's like, why not? Let me put some pressure to you while you're already in the corner.
Yeah, because, you know, StrawHatKid is usually putting himself in the corner when he puts that hydrant down, kind of like a Steve wall. So like having that slow hydrant go up against him is something that really can, you know, up the pressure in that particular situation.
Now see, one thing interesting about that interaction, had he dropped his shield, stayed still, at which time he could have maybe found a way to get a kill, depending on how StrawHatKid interacted after that. But he finds it anyway with the back air while he comes back on stage.
Yeah, I was expecting an empty hop, but instead the back air coming out at the last moment on the dropped shield, so that is a stock for TrueDingus. And this is going to be a possible opportunity. Of course, Bayo very good off the stage.
Yes.
Both in terms of recovering and putting on pressure.
It's working, it's doing damage. Why not keep doing it, right? That's what's going through Dingus's head, and rightfully so.
Yeah, because it's like you jump over it and then you get hit by the afterburner kick, or you just get hit by it and probably still get hit by the afterburner kick. It's not really a good place to be.
If I'm StrawHatKid, yeah.
Oh, I'm now getting carried all the way under stage. There's no way he's getting back. Oh, he's not getting back either, but he's fine with that trade. That's a solid trade.
Like for like, stock for stock. LOL. Follow for follow. No, but I mean, but to the point about the hydrants, though, if I'm StrawHatKid, maybe I stop putting hydrant and then going to the corner, because it's just not panning out for him, right?
Yeah.
But he's continuing to do that at his own peril, I think.
Yeah, his zone has been like repeatedly broken, and it seems like he's not, you know, making the necessary adjustments.
Right. And that is the beauty of this sort of hyper-aggressive initiating interaction style with Bayo, is it's like, if you don't have a grip and they keep coming after you, it's harder to feel comfortable changing things up as a result. And so we're starting to see that sort of a sweep, psychologically speaking, in action.
Exactly. There's no time to think about, like, what is my opponent doing? It's just like, oh, he's just coming after me. What do I do about this? I don't know.
Reacting to all of that, right?
Just on the back foot constantly, so you don't have a chance to kind of think about what you're going to do to then take this stock.
Right.
And he's going to have to take the stock soon, 100%
already. There it is again. And what?
Yeah.
I mean, he was in a pickle. He almost just lost the whole game.
Yeah, he was just stuck. He was literally on the very end of the stage. He couldn't move away from there.
Right. Dingus comfortable.
Oh,
look,
this is rough.
He heard my advice. You know, he said, wait, let me drop shield and witch time this projectile instead.
Yeah.
But StrawHatKid finding a way, reacting strategically. Oh, seeing the witch time come.
I think the what do you call it, timing of that was extended a little bit, but he got that invincible F smash. I know Geist loves doing that off the Angel platform, and it just works so well sometimes.
It shouldn't, but it does. Folks, don't get near the invincible opponents. Don't get near the invincible.
You know, sometimes you just like, you know, when your opponent lands from the Angel platform, you just want to jump, and then they just boom, that fist will cover it, and that's just the end of the match.
Right.
Happens so often.
Well,